Hey guys, welcome back to Real Talk with Jordyn, and we are finally making a podcast together. Coach, thank you so much for joining.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
First off, you are a popular bee in Golden Sky Radio world right now with his show going on Wednesdays. He has a show called Inner Champions, which is a motivational podcast, which I talk about every Friday during my country show. And he's doing really good with his shows.
Yeah, I don't know how I have it, especially but like I've always said to myself and even to the people around me, it's just networking. I've been really good with networking and I guess drawing the
Yeah,
people in
better
and
than me.
drawing drawing the attention. So I'm happy for it. I'm excited. And
Yeah, anyway, so we're here today to talk about the future plans for Golden Sky Radio, but also some updates that we have for you. Of course, we're keeping our normal shows. We're still keeping our weekend schedules where we just do a little bit of an hour or 30 minutes of 80s and 90s music or country or pop. But we have a new show coming in for Thursdays, and we're super excited for it. I'm excited. I don't it should go well, hopefully. But I know a lot of people love sports shows. So let's get into this a little bit. So we have a sports show coming to Golden Sky Radio. We will be labeling it rated R, God forbid of anything, because these are younger guys that get drunk during a podcast and they talk. So this will definitely be rated R type PG-13. But we are excited because we have not had a sports show yet. Coach is going to be on their show soon, which Coach is a really big sports fan, and it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be funny. We need some like comedians in the building here now, since we have our seatbelts on, ready to go for Golden Sky Radio. So we do have a sports show coming. But we should talk about our goals and our future plans we have moving forward because we would love that. That's like our main goal. We talk about the future 24/7 and me being everything of the back seat, the back. I'm like the backstage and the stage right now. So is Coach. We're both performing the backstage and behind the scenes as well. So Coach, do you have anything to say?
yeah, let me just cap off that sports show. I think that it's going to be exciting. I think that it's going to be, just a thrill in itself. And everybody has their own character, and we're going to roll with it. We're going to let it be. And I want you guys to understand here at Golden Sky Radio that we have the capability to have these type of, you know, R-rated shows or PG-13 shows. We can regulate that and keep it to a minimum, but at the same time allow them to express how they can express and be themselves. And we're all about that. Later down the road in the future if somebody wants to join in or whatever, not necessarily on a sports show, but maybe particularly on one of their own shows. We can review it, and if we like the content and what you're able to bring to the table, we can add you as a partner too.
Yeah, and that's very good. That's true. Very, very true. Our goal for Golden Sky Radio is to uplift people, to have fun, not just, not be on the strict schedule because we're not like other radio stations. We are our own and we're gonna make it unique. And we're gonna have shows that are gonna have different content, and we need to have that because we don't, there's so many people that love sports, so many people that like country, motivational podcasts, mental health, pop, and 80s and 90s. So this is all very good, I think, as well. And I think it's something that really, really needs to be brought to Golden Sky because like I said, we're here to uplift everyone, but also make sure that once they're listening to Golden Sky Radio that they're having a good time. If they had a bad day at work, we're right there to cheer them up. So that is one thing about us, it's what we do. And we're still always going to make that our goal to help someone out, to interview someone that needs help or anything. Like that's just who we are. And we're going to have people that are educators on the shows. We're going to have people that are celebrities on shows. We're going to have different situations. And I just think that it's came to our decision that we would love that because it's something about humor. You know, we have the music shows and we have our podcasts, and they're so serious. But now let's get a talk show that has humor, that talks about sports, which is like the biggest thing in the world, of course. And everyone loves sports, literally. My boyfriend's gonna be Tyler's gonna be in the podcast, and yeah, so it's gonna be fun. It is. I'm excited. I'm excited, but we shall see how he goes and how he decides to, maneuver his way. Right? Maneuver. That's a word.
Maneuver, not maneuver.
Thanks. Okay. Sorry. Jordan's having a brain fart. Um, but yeah, so that's kind of how we have it all situated right now. But we are very thankful for the guys that are putting themselves out there, and their audience is already huge on Spotify. So we're bringing in something completely different. And I think that it's a good start for them. And I think that we are going to get a lot of feedback from that. Um, Now I always had dream events picked out for Golden Sky Radio already. Like if we, once we get more, and right now I would call us a very, very, very small internet online radio station. But as we keep going through the years, it's going to get bigger and bigger by social media, by business cards, which I've already been doing. Coach is getting his set of business cards soon. And I think that it's like really amazing to do that. But we need to make sure we keep that spunk going and that keep moving forward with that way. And honestly, as it is called, like, it's my mental health podcast, it drains the fuck out of us. So, but
Yes,
we're here to keep moving forward because no one's going to get it for the first try. And that's not how God wanted us to be. So we just got to keep working at it, keep posting every day, keep doing lives, and it will get better slowly.
yeah, it will. And that's the thing about something new like this is just stay consistent. As tough as it can be, is just stay consistent. And I jumped on board day one knowing it was going to take a lot of consistency, a lot of motivation and strive and push, and that's what we do. And we also want to let you know on this platform, on this radio station, we have something, or hope to eventually have something for everybody. Throughout as we grow, we all grow together, and I think the biggest thing that I'm noticing is we're starting to get more traction to other shows, and I'm doing my due diligence to make sure that some of my people that are consistent with my show to also spread the wealth to some of those shows. So yeah,
Yeah, which I'm super grateful for you for, because once I told you about what I was doing, I was like, "Oh my god, a 21-year-old doing this on her own, it's kinda, it's hard to navigate." But Coach has been my rock through this whole process, and, starting it, I did the logos, I had to do the website, it's everything like that, but he keeps my motivational mind going, because if I didn't, I'd be like, "Alright, fuck this." But I'm not, obviously, I just needed a little push. Um but no, Golden Sky Radio is like my baby, so I have to nourish it in a way that, and the only way it's going to grow if I take care of it and keep moving forward past it. And I think you probably think the same thing as well, because you're really behind the scenes and you're learning different things that I'm now teaching you, that I learned from other people. So it's kind of like we're teaching each other in a way.
yeah, no, we definitely are. I'm not going to sit here and lie to anybody. Stepping into this position was like, okay, let's go with it, and then learning a whole different style, whole different platform, whole different venue of radio just in general. I knew nothing about it. I'm a coach on the sidelines. I teach kids, all that stuff, but then now I'm teaching myself and going, oh, I can do this too. So it took me a
Yeah.
couple months, and I think I'm getting there to where it's a lot easier. I could pretty much do this in my sleep.
Yeah, literally, I think me too. I could probably do it in my sleep, but you don't sleep. So, you know what? I can't say that you do. Coach will be texting me at 4 a.m. my time. I'm like, what are you doing up? Like, it's 3 hours behind. oh, I just don't sleep. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't sleep? I'm like over here, like passed out, like dreaming about something. And he's over here working his ass off for this station. And I applaud to you because no,
No,
and he's still trying to learn to take off on the weekends. So we're getting far. We're not really getting far yet, but we're going to be getting far soon.
yeah, soon is that. And for somebody out there might be listening, the reason I work so hard is not really because I love it, which I do love it, but I have a passion for it. I have a desire for it. When I step foot in this building and said what I would do, it's not to continue to prove that I'm going to do that. It's to continue to prove to the station that we will grow, we will get better, we will be push forward, we will strive, we will get those throw it out there, those sponsors. When I get my business cards, I will be going into my local businesses, my local communities to see if there's something that they would be willing to provide, and we can touch on that if you want, or
Oh
um,
yeah, we can get through that. Yeah. So which could mean is that we're looking for advertisement sponsorships right now. Any local business for sponsoring, or just we can advertise for them, like local, like small businesses, because not only does it's not gonna help. It's yeah, only it helps them, but it's also helping us get more audiences and more algorithm from different ages, and that's what we need for a radio station like this. Because when sometimes I go on my our stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, I see 0 listeners right now, but there's also a million probably there's like a lot of listeners throughout the day that listen to us, and you know
yes,
our shows I think bring the most people to everything, but I think that it's still perfect, because if they want to go on and listen to music, you have it 24/7. Oh, you're driving 4 a.m. in the morning to go on a road trip? Oh, Golden Sky Radio is there for you. Like there's so many different ways that we can do it, but advertisement and sponsorship is what brings our income in with money for the station so we can grow a lot more, so we can do a lot more things, events, um and just different things. Now, what I mean events is my dream was always to have my own concert of something for like a radio station. I've been to so many radio stations, like they basically plan like this huge concert thing, have all these celebrities involved, and they make it like huge. Okay. I go to them and I was like, damn, I would love to do this one day. Plan it all. Like, that's who I am. I'm a planner. I love doing events. And I was like, I would love to, when we get, to the top, to plan something, either in California and Philly, something on the lines of that to bring people together who love Golden Sky Radio. It's about bringing a community together. Yes. Is it online? Yes. But we're all over the 50 states, including Mexico, Germany, and the UK. We could have a very wide range. And I also just did another UK listing that I just did. So everything's coming in together and clumping together in a way that we could have a community, Our community is
oh
very
yeah,
small right now, but we still have the family for it. But when we keep moving up, it keeps getting better and better. So I'm not really too worried about that, of course. But yes, I would, of course, love to have, pop music, celebrities come in for that, country, 80s, 90s, like everything. Because if you think about it, we're all coming together for music.
yeah, no,
Yes, and for our voices, but more for music.
yeah, and you're correct. And I just want to bring it to up front is that when she said earlier, this is her baby. Think of this as a baby in general. What does a baby typically do when they're a toddler? They start walking. Now we're in the walking stages, and now we're learning the process of what to do, where to go, and kind of branch out and kind of put limbs on the tree, if that makes sense to everybody. And we're growing. We're gonna grow, and we're gonna move this thing. And again, the passion, the desire, the will, the drive is there for both of us, and we know it. And I don't think we would have either signed up for this if it wasn't. And like she mentioned earlier, yeah, I keep her going, but 90% of what she does, I keep going, and I'm doing it for the cause. And I know what the cause is to get this off the ground.
Yes, 100%. Yeah,
Mhm.
starting this right after a full-time job and being somewhere else to this now, it's definitely so much different because like not only am I doing just shows and editing those, but I'm also doing so much more. Like I'm the one that does the website. I make sure that everything is paid for so our station goes doesn't get shut down. So there's a lot more, aftermath for it and what to do for it. But I would never change it for the world. I think that there's so many different ways that we can bring ourselves out there. And
Oh,
I
there
keep
is.
putting we're on directories now. And also, if you never knew about this, guys, that if you search Golden Sky Radio on Google, we're the first people that pop up now. So our Google, like our SEO, it's basically helps your insights of online stuff and like Google. Like I already knew it, but once people started putting in Golden Sky Radio, Golden Sky Radio, Golden Sky Radio, it starts becoming a thing. So it starts getting popular and popular on that site. So I mean,
Yeah,
we're all doing it, like, or if
and
I
and the
need
and the
a website, I do it.
and the biggest thing I want to bring out to people and let them know is that not only what you said about the SEO, I believe is what you called it, but spreading the word. I've been doing really well with that, like I typically do, just with spreading the word, and it takes a community, and we're building the community, we're building the trust behind the community, and I can tell they're starting to spread the word, just you know by word of mouth and by links and by click this, click that, and we're gonna run, we're gonna run.
Oh, 100%. And I also, like, in the process, want to have our own app soon.
I know, I'm
So the
excited about that one.
platform, well, it's gonna be a lot harder than I expected, but I can do it. But our platform that we are on, actually does add-ons, and there's so we can make our own app for our station. So it'll just be our logo, and you click it, and like you have everything right there. So you're not going on Live 365 and you're trying to find your my station. No, I'm gonna make this so much better soon. I promise. As much people we get, the more quicker or the more time I can huddle all this up. But yeah, so coach, do you have anything to say with goals and stuff?
I guess just golden stuff is that we, again, we have a clear vision, we have a clear where we want to go with this, and we just want to know, or not know, but we want to let you guys know that you will be a part of it fully. You will be updated like this, like you are currently right now on the Real Talk with Jordyn today. But just know that there's a team of us working behind the scenes. There's a couple other people I know that work on this that aren't mentioned, and stuff like that, and that's okay. But we do have a team, we do have a crew, and we're gonna thrive.
Oh hell yeah, we're gonna thrive because that is who we are. Anyway, no, yeah, so I totally agree with Coach. I definitely, there are people that help us behind the scenes and making it better by the day. And also social medias. We have literally YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, all at Golden Sky Radio. So you guys need to make sure that you guys go and follow us because we post literally every day with stuff. The only days I think we don't post are Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. But everyone else, 3 days out of the week, but everything else is there for you. We do Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and then, we take the weekend off just to make sure like we're not going insane. As coach is still trying to work on Sunday nights, not sending me Canva posts for any show, but you know what? We're getting there. It was a start. You know what? I'm proud of him for taking a day off.
Yeah.
Um,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you want to run down the shows real quick? What we got, so
Yeah,
everybody
show
knows
me do it
what
or
the.
you.
No, you can do it.
Okay. Tuesdays, we have obviously Real Talk with Jordyn at 6 p.m. EST. Every Tuesdays with me. Wednesdays, we have Inner Champions at 4:30 EST with Coach. Thursday, we have a Golden Rush Hour, which is a pop show that is at 2 p.m. EST every Thursday. Friday, we have Saddle Up with Jordyn, which is my country show at 5 p.m. EST. 8 p.m., we have 50 Years in Rolling. And with the new sports show coming, it will be on a Thursday evening EST time. And then also for the weekends, we'll put some 80s for an hour, 90s for an hour, pop music for an hour, and country as well. Usually we have a schedule, but if we don't have a schedule up, it's probably because we didn't have much time to get it done. But we do always have shows that, we have different blocks. So if we don't normally post something, weekend schedule, just keep going on our weekends and go on weekends and you'll hear everything. It's still normal. You probably not know the time, but it's usually 3, 5, 6. I kind of go in like, the threes, or we do 2, 4, 6. So, something like that I'll probably do. And I keep something at night. So if y'all are partying and out back watching the stars, drinking, let me know because maybe we'll have some more 2000s music playing or something. I know I love
Yeah,
to
that's
listen to that drinking.
that's a good point. Also, guys, make sure to check out the website at goldenskyradio.net for any requests that you might have for music, any requests that you might have just in general to make us better. Like we said earlier, we're not coming on here saying that we know everything because we don't know everything. We are literally learning this together, and we want our community to be a part of it. And I know there are a few people within the community right now currently. I won't say any names because I don't feel it's appropriate, but they are behind us, and they are our ultimate motivators to push us. And just visit that website, please, and anything you can do. And again, if you can't donate, if you can't provide in that form, that's not what we're asking for. We're just asking for you, like I said earlier, to spread the word. Because the more people that spread the word throughout, their own communities, wherever they're at in the world, Texas, wherever, it doesn't matter. That's how we grow. That's how we're gonna get a team behind it. And coach is all about team. If you don't already know, and I'm building a team for just Golden Sky. So just understand.
Yes, we're building teams, we're building connections. Also, you can email us, that's on the website as well, for requests, as Coach said. And then any feedback you have for us. What do you want to hear more of? What do you want us to do? And stuff like that. But Coach, thank you so much for coming on Real Talk with Jordyn tonight and finally getting to talk about Golden Sky a little bit and our goals and what we have moving forward. It's a pleasure, of course.
Of course, it's always fun, and it's even more fun to, like I said, talk about Golden Sky. And I'm going to say it right now. They're going to be a part two, because I think that the listeners are going to want to hear us both work together, both grow together, and this is just phase one. I'm excited for phase two, and I can't wait to hear
Maybe
the
we just
reviews
need a
after
show
this.
together.
I don't have a problem with that. Let's think
See,
about that.
I'm thinking ideas anyway, but thank you guys so much for listening tonight. Like I said, it's not as deep into mental health, but it's more of like we really needed to sit down and talk about Golden Sky Radio, and that it's not only just a name, it has a meaning behind it, and it has a good meaning, of course, but it also has um, hope as well, moving forward. So, thank you guys so much for listening tonight. Make sure you follow our social medias. We have an Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Sometimes we go live on TikTok. So, make sure you guys come and say hi to us. Thank you again for everything that you do for us and to the people that are constantly on our shows. They're listening, and our army. Thank you so much. It means so much to us. And we will see you guys next Tuesday. Bye.